Guess who's back? YouTube. YouTube world, what's going on? You already know who it is. You already know. Guess what, YouTube? Guess what today is? And I'm not doing this video because of that. I'm doing the video because of a pickup. But today is my birthday. Today is my birthday. Yes, sir. Big God Energy. Big God Energy, man. Whoo. Blessed to say the least. To say the least. I'm blessed to be amongst the living, amongst y'all, good people. Yeah, man. Anyway, I don't know, sitting there reflecting. So, couple drops this weekend. We all know the Gammas. The Gammas dropping tomorrow, December 13th. But today, that man, the legend himself, Ken Griffey Jr. The freshwater pair released today. I wanted this shoe. I've been wanting some Griffey's. Griffey's, you know, they've been releasing over the past few years. I want to say freshwater. Yeah, it's the freshwater. It's the Griffey Max 1 freshwater. Okay. I'm not that familiar. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I'm not that real familiar with all of them. I know he has a red and black pair, which I believe they call the Cincinnati Reds. I want them to release like real bad. But I know he has a white and black and green version, mint green. He has the aqua colorway, and I know the Seahawks colorway. I call it Seahawks colorway because it's royal and green. But if it's any other colorways, y'all let me know. Comment down below and tell me about it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do my research on it, but by the time this video posts, but yeah, I wanted that. Well, y'all know what it look like, but I'm gonna show it to y'all. I can't show it to y'all right now while I'm driving. But I wanted that color. Got me a Seattle Mariners hat. I'm getting ready to go pick up to rock with it. And yeah, man. And like I said, today's my birthday, but I wanted to go ahead and do something. I haven't put nothing up in a few weeks' time. I think it's been about a month since I last posted. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do something if I get the time. I'm gonna try to throw it up today. If not, I'll throw it up in the next couple days or something. So y'all see this when y'all see it. Anyway, go pick up that hat. And yeah, I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, hold it on. All right, YouTube, I'm back. A couple days after the beginning of the video. I'm gonna get this out. Whenever y'all see this. It's a couple days after the beginning of the video. Like I said, it was my birthday that day. And man, this past weekend was, in my opinion, it was a good weekend. It was a good weekend. So of course, I'm here to talk about the Griffiths. I had to get my thought process together. The Griffiths dropped on Friday on my birthday, 12/12, and we had another release the following day. Release day Saturday, the Air Jordan 11 Gammas. And I really had the sneaker game funny. The sneaker game funny. Like when it come to height, you never know no more. You never know no more. Some years back, about 12, 13 years ago, you could kind of gauge, what was going to do what, and you knew certain shoes, no matter what the colorway was, no matter what the colorway would be or was, that particular silhouette was going to do numbers. Now, you don't know. You really don't know. Hype is, hey man, it's like a parasite. It jumps, and you just, ain't no telling. So, anyway, we're gonna talk about. Give me 1 second. All right, we're gonna kill two birds, one stone. I don't understand that saying. I don't even know why anybody would want to kill any birds, but whatever. So we're gonna knock out two pickups in one video. All right. So like I said, it started off with one, but it's been a couple days, so I was able to get the other one. This shoe, well, actually both shoes, I've it's my first time owning each pair. I'm trying to figure out which one I'm gonna go with. Woo! Hey. So I'm an 80s baby. Grew up in the 80s, raised in the 90s. And when I tell you the 90s, in my opinion, it's a biased opinion. The 90s got some dirt up on them. I already unDS'd them, man. I unDS'd them actually that Saturday. Yep, I unDS'd them that Saturday. Picked them up Friday. Man, I wasn't waiting. I was being impatient. Being a little anxious. The 90s was the trailblazing years for innovative footwear. The world of sports, a lot of stars came out of the 90s. A who's who, basketball, football, baseball, tennis, you name it. This particular silhouette right here, this signature shoe, belongs to none other than the legend himself, Ken Griffey Jr. All right. Ken Griffey spent a lot of time with the Seattle Mariners. He also played for the Cincinnati Reds. Now I'm just shooting out top of the dome. He had his first stint was with the Seattle Mariners. He was with them for a long time. One of his stints was longer than the other. So I want to say it was the second stint. The first stint, he was with them, and then he went to another team. I don't know if it was necessarily the Cincinnati Reds at the time, and then he went back to Seattle, and he had a longer stint. And actually, I'm just now finding out that Ken Griffey retired in 20. Ken Griffey retired around like 2011, 2012, something like that. It might have been before that. He was still on Seattle Mariners payroll up until this year. I read something about deferred payments or something like that. So basically, he was getting $3.5 million every year for the past 2013, the past 12, 13, 14 years. 3.5 million. So y'all do the math, and yeah, he was still on the payroll. I was like, man, you know what? Get your bag. You did your thing. A lot of us grew up watching baseball. I, for one, was a huge baseball fan. As a kid, larger than life, you know, sports stars, from David Justice to of course I'm a Atlanta Braves fan, hometown kid, home team. Chipper Jones, was a couple other guys, Hank Aaron, you know, but this everybody knows about Jose Canseco. It was another cat. It was another guy. He played for. I'm trying to figure out who it was. I can't think of his name right now. He was a big baseball player too. All I can see is his version on The Simpsons. That's all I can see. But he was a big baseball player too. They was trying to say he was taking steroids, allegedly or whatever, way back in the 90s. But anyway, Nike, you know, was producing some top of the line, cutting edge shoes, man. Tinker Hatfield, he played a big role, a very, 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 very big role. A lot of sneakers you don't have unless Tinker Hatfield has his hand on it. Now, I'm not particularly sure if he designed this one. I'm not sure about that. Haven't did my research on it, but this is one of the ones. This is one of the ones. Got the strap, got the Nike coming around, man. Red Nike check on the back. Whew. Got your air unit. Got your teal colorway coming around. The big old swoosh check. Got that 24 on the side with the miniature with the mini Nike check, man. This is a bad shoe, of course. I don't know if y'all can see it. Nike on the inside. And of course, you know, I had to grab, yes sir, had to get the brand with it, you feel me? So got the 24 on the side, Ken Griffey. Hey, it was a no-brainer, man. It was a no-brainer. So I'm glad to have this shoe in the collection. It was one of them that I had to have. I had to have these. These has, you know, it hasn't been a long time since these released. These were released a couple years ago. Different colorways. They had the Olympic colors. They had like I can't think of all the colors they had. They had some gray and red ones. The one colorway, I don't mind them dropping. It's been a long time. I don't even know if they've ever been retro before. The Cincinnati Reds. As I mentioned earlier, he did play for the Cincinnati Reds. He had a stint over there. And that's the colorway a lot of people are waiting on with these as well. So these are the freshwater. These are the Air Griffin Max 1 in the freshwater colorway. I didn't think these was going to be hard to get. I really didn't, because I was like, people were checking for the next shoe. So I'm like, oh man, I can just get these. You got the raffle from Hibbett, the W, And I was like, okay, cool. You know, DTLR, they didn't do a raffle for these or whatnot, but in the size 12, 13, they sold out. They sold out real quick. So I'm relieved that I did, you know, that I did enter the raffle for Hibbing and I did hit on these. So yeah, man, I'm glad to have these. But Air Griffin Max 1, Freshwater, birthday shoe. Picked it up Friday, and yeah, man, glad to have it in the collection. All right, trying to think, is there anything I'm missing? No, that's it. All right, let's go ahead, get to this next shoe. A lot of y'all done seen these, man. Y'all already know what it is. Had these folks going crazy. It was pandemonium. I ain't seen it since. I ain't seen it since last release. I mean, of course, the Black Metallic Fires had people coming out. You know, the Black Metallic Fires definitely had a huge crowd response. But yeah, oh damn, box already look slightly ripped. Y'all see these things, man? Y'all already know. You already know. Y'all were going crazy for these. Y'all gonna be mad at me. When I tell y'all, y'all gonna be mad at me. Y'all going crazy for these. I wasn't even trying to get these. I literally, so I do this thing, right? And it really doesn't help when, you know, I'm trying to be selective. I jumped in the raffle for these on Hibbett. I didn't do no other raffles that I normally do. When I really want a shoe, I jump in a whole bunch of different raffles. If the store is doing them, I jump in a whole bunch of different raffles. I jump in Hibbett. I jump in Snipes, DTLR, Foot Locker, like the main ones, DSG, JD Sports, Funny Acting, so whatever. But yeah, I do it. I'm like, whatever. Just it's the thrill of the chase and the W. For me, it ain't the thrill of the chase when I really, really want something. But when it's something I'm not really going after just to see that W, it's just, I don't know. It do something. So imagine, to my surprise, I done got the shoe that I told y'all I you know that I wanted. Imagine my surprise, I get a what was it? What, Friday? Thursday. So Hibbett always reveal their results 2 days before release. Imagine my surprise when Thursday, I had forgot all about it. Thursday, I see congratulations. I see a go confirm your raffle win. And I'm looking around, I'm like, raffle win. And it was the Gammas. And I'm like, oh, I completely forgot. To so much that, because I'm like, man, I ain't going to get them. But I was like, I'll go ahead and get them. And then I'm thinking to myself, I said, oh, I was like, hold on, I hit on the Griffiths on Hibbett, and I hit on the Gammas on Hibbett. What's the chances, right? So I'm thinking, I was like, oh, okay. I was thinking the same thing I thought with the Griffiths. I was like, ain't nobody really checking for the Gammas. I was reading it was over 1 million pairs, which is it possible? Almost anything is possible. But at the same time, I was just like, okay. So 1 million pairs, I said, oh, that's probably why I got a pair. I was like, if you didn't get in my mind, I was like, if you didn't get a pair, then you know, I ain't really know what to say about that. So, because I'm thinking everybody should be able to get a pair if it's even close to 1 million pairs. Man, I did not know these were gonna have y'all acting how y'all was acting. And really, I didn't even see nothing too crazy online. I went and picked my pair up. Of course, it was people in line. A lot of people waiting on the first come, first serve. I went and picked my own pair. I forgot I even put size 13. I thought I was a 12. I had to tell the guy, He was like, "What size you had again?" I told him. I said, I checked my phone. I was like, I said, "My bad, man. Size 13." And he was like, "All right." But when I got home, I looked online and I seen some chick. I think she got arrested, or she was getting arrested, or they was trying to calm the situation. I'm really not aware of what fully happened. I just know somebody was acting an ass, showing their ass. So, but just seeing the lines everywhere, and I really didn't think too much about it when they said they were doing midnight releases in certain cities. I said, "Oh, it's taking it back like the old days." I wasn't a camp out person. I wasn't a camp out person. I told the story in my Taxi 12 video about me standing in line at one time for a former love interest or whatever. But yeah, so hearing about it, I said, okay. I thought it was just gonna be like that for the campouts and stuff like that, the midnight releases. I did not know, and maybe, just hear me out. Maybe saying or setting it up like that is what drove up the hype for the shoe. Because this price tag, I'm not sure. The Gratitude 11s, year before last, I want to say they were either $235 or they were $225. I know I paid almost like $250 or something at the time. But I think with tax, yeah, it was something like that. But you could get those. Those eventually sold out. Then last year, the Legend Blue 11s, I actually hit on those. I sent those back because I didn't want those. So maybe that's what drove up the hype. It is the holiday 11, but we've had other 11s that just released, and they, whatever. That's the story for another time. But anyway, yeah, y'all acting like y'all ain't had no home training, man. Y'all acting like y'all ain't had no home training. I mean, I don't know if I'm keeping these, to be quite honest with you. I didn't have the first pair in 2013. I didn't have the first pair. So this is the second time these have retroed. A couple of differences. I ain't got to do all the extras because y'all done seen thousands of videos on these shoes. Okay. So a couple of differences. The box 2013 version was a pullout. You can pull this part out right here. As you can see, you can pull that part out. Well, this is where you will pull it out at. Pull them out. You had the glossy, the lab. It was a translucent. The translucent had the 23 on it. In Roman numerals. That's one of the differences. So of course, no pull out. It opens up. All right. The next thing, a higher cut of pan leather. The higher cut on this one. The last version, like I said, I'm shooting out top of my dome. It was the lower cut. That was easy for me to remember anyway because all the shoes prior to 20, all the 11s prior to 20, was it 2019? 2018, 2019 when they re-released the Bred 11s, had the lower pan leather cut. I prefer this cut. This cut looks way better to me. Looking at the lower pan leather cut, I wouldn't see myself going back to that. I'm not a huge 11s fan. But I have my my favorites and stuff like that out of the silhouette. Another difference is On the inside, they used to have the shoe trees, the plastic shoe trees. Of course, they don't have that. They have the paper. Okay. As you can see, yellow Jumpman on the inside, or curry yellow, whatever. 23 on the back. Got that Gamma Blue Jumpman right there. Yellow Gamma Blue right here. It's a cold shoe. It's a cold shoe. Of course, I'm the type of guy, you gotta have you something to match with this, man. You can't, let me not say you can't. You can do what you want to do. Me, personally, I gotta have me a hat. I gotta have me a hat. Working on getting me a hat. It's plenty of hats out there, but it gotta be the right one. I'm an A-frame, 940, new era, hat kind of guy, snapback kind of guy. So it's a couple hats out there. But yeah, you gotta have something to rock, man. I'm very big on matching and putting a fit together. So you gotta have at least a hat, man. At least if you wear hats, you might not. A lot of y'all got hair on y'all head. I got alopecia, so. But if you're a hat guy, you gotta have something. Or if you ain't a hat guy, hey, your shirt, hey, you something, man, to rock with these. You know what I'm saying? Like just it made me feel good when y'all matching, man. They let me know y'all care. Let me know y'all care. Got the Gamma Blue on the bottom right here, translucent. You can see the Jumpman. Carbon fiber right here. Like I said, this shoe cold. It's cold. It is cold, man. It's cold. It's colder than the temperature outside in Atlanta right now. I'm telling you. I don't know if I'm keeping these. I really don't. Like I said, I jumped in because I wanted to see if I was gonna get the W on. Like I said, I had completely forgot I jumped in the raffle for these. So knowing that y'all was standing in them lines and like putting in the time and the commitment and the effort, I appreciate it. I do. I appreciate this. It's just at the same time, I wasn't really after this. I really wasn't. I'm not a reseller. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep these or not. But if I do decide to let them go, or if I decide not to take them back to the store and get a refund, I will see if somebody wants to buy these off me for retail, and I'll ship them to you. It is a size 13. But that's not a decision I'm making right now. I got 30 days. So, but yeah, Gamma Blue 11. Yep, that was this weekend's pickup. Ken Griffey, the GOAT himself, MJ. So yeah, man. Like I said, it's a cold shoe. I like them. I like them, man. But I just honestly, I'm looking at them. I don't see myself keeping them. I just don't. They were cool in 2013, but and they cool now. I ain't had to have them then. I ain't gotta have them now. So I'd rather have the Gamma Blue 12s. They re-released them, not the suede and new book, but they do stick with the reimagined theme and put like some synthetic leather on them. I rock with them, but I'm not a big 12s guy either. But I would prefer those over these. So yeah, man, that's all I got to say. Appreciate those of y'all checking in with me, man. Checking out what I got to say. Those who stick around when I'm talking for 15, 20 minutes like right now. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate every subscriber, every thumbs up, every comment, every like, man. Every just, peeking in on me, man. I appreciate it. I really do. I don't do this a lot. So when I do it, I appreciate what I do get from y'all, man. And I appreciate y'all. I know time is precious, so I appreciate y'all taking the time and thinking that much of me you know, to just give y'all my opinions and give y'all my perspective on these sneaker releases that I pick up, man. So, it's your man, Add Water to Kicks. As always, get your relationship with God. Get you one. Get you one, man. It definitely does wonders. It does miracles. It does all the positive that you can think of. All the positive that you can think of. Continue to pivot in the right direction. Pivot in the right direction, man. Y'all stay safe out here. Y'all stay warm, because it is cold, especially if you stay in Georgia and Atlanta and all the greater areas that's in the teen numbers. Y'all be cool. Y'all stay blessed. Until next time, YouTube, I'm out the thing. Be easy.